I'm very sweaty. I'm incredibly sweaty. Howdy. I didn't work today? Big ol' question mark? I also forgot to adjust the volume for a second because it was still set for Beyond Two Souls, which is significantly louder than this game. Alright, Measurehead, I've learned your racist ideology.
Race pupil returns. And
My day has been alright. I have no idea what to say to Measurehead here. I think I'll go with this paradoxically statement? No? No. I don't know what to say to him. I'm gonna go with this paradoxically one. Paradoxically, you plan to supersede the Occidentals with their own race theory.
look, babe. The minion of law is also a racist, but his racism is basic and rote. He thinks he has solved the great race enigma by describing a road mechanism of scientific competition.
So unadvanced.
Wow.
The basic race education he received in high school has led him to think his phylum are the sole authors of race theory. An esoteric study reaching back to the ancient mass society of Pericarnassus over 4,500 years ago.
I don't know what any of that means, but okay.
Basic racist, I take pity on you. You clearly want to enter the harbor bad. Like a little boy who wants to go on the potty. I can press the button for you. It will open the door.
Why? Why'd he gotta talk to me like that? But that's all I wanted.
Very well. You may enter the door once. Our race conversation here has concluded.
Finally. Let's go.
Okay, I get to go in once, he said? What door did he open? Is it this one? It is. Finally. Every worker equals member of the board is written at the top of the flyers. And at the bottom the union logo and demand democracy. This is a Dewey typewriter. The model name is on the back. A standard office file cabinet. The drawers seem to be locked. Someone left the coffee machine on. I'll take that. Le Fume, Volume 1, Number 4.
An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, Tokens unavailable due to strike. Use change.
Who's the phone work? Thank you. Enjoy your work. I will not be using this payphone, not pain phone. The radio is emitting strange buzzing sounds. Oh, what's this? Oh my god, can I finally get my coat without having to jump?
The tarpaulin cloak is still hanging on the railing. The white rectangle of the Revachol Citizens Militia is clearly visible on its back. As your fingers touch the tarpaulin, it almost feels like the cloak wants to deliver a message of comfort through your fingertips.
Nice. Alright, I leveled up. And eye coordination? Ready? Aim and fire. I'm gonna put it into Save Faire. Or Saver Faire. Yep. I forgot it would close it. Okay. Alright, I've got my cloak. +1 for Esprit de Corps, taking back the streets, +1 to Shivers. And what is my... So my jacket also has a +1 to Esprit de Corps, so this is a better jacket. A police cloak made from heavy tarpaulin. It would be nigh wind and waterproof if there weren't 3 bullet holes scattered on the surface. The signature white rectangle of the RCM covers the garment's back. Wow, I look like a murderer. That thing collects rainwater. I can just collect every bottle. Numerous empty bottles of Commodore Red and potent Pilsner.
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, René Arnaud.
Okay.
Listen, it's okay to take a few minutes to yourself. Sit down and have a breather.
So, this is where Renee works. I'm gonna look around.
If you must. But please hurry. We are pretty easy to spot up here.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph on the table.
How about I take the picture? Sure.
It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man, René, is dressed in a Royal Carabinier uniform. The girl is young and very pretty. She is smiling playfully at the camera.
Why did you take that picture of René?
I'm gonna ask him about it.
You're really interested in that old soldier. Not sure I understand your fascination, but sure. As long as it doesn't take up a whole lot of time.
I don't know why his body is so hopeful that I sit down. All around you, great machines and science. I have to assume that word was science. White pine trees are printed onto the screen covering. Looks like a forest under snow. It's a whole new space, and so there's so much to interact with. A composite eye of halogen light watches you, emitting a low buzz. See, like, I can go all the way across over there. You see faded industrial lettering on the platform. Convulsant. Ooh, money. Okay, what's this way? The shipyard ahead is oddly quiet. The great machines are sleeping. Is that more money? Dude, this game knows I'm so broke. The speaker tower is silent. There's no work to organize in the yard below. What's in there? My back hurts. The musk of oil and rust comes from the chasm in front of you. It smells like blood. Half-light, unfiltered contact, foam ultra series gloves. What are my current gloves? Sorry. I'm sorry? Oh, because I'm wearing them. +1 to interfacing. Whereas this has a +1 to half-light. For ultimate performance efficiency, these Fallen Ultra Series gloves come fingerless and with a grippy padding covering the palms, making these ideal for quadrupedal movement or for lifting cargo. Just quadrupedal movement. Half-light. Okay, that's under physique. Let the body take control. Threaten people. Oh. And my current ones are for interfacing, which is under my motorics. I'm willing to drop those gloves in place of the other ones. Yeah, my interfacing drops down to 4, but my half-light comes up to 4, so like... If I ever need to go pick a lock, I'll switch my clothes back. Dude, more money, that's so great. Industrial-sized thermos. Smells like burnt coffee. The banner sags under the weight of rain and snow. White waves on red.
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on.
The lyrics to this container song are being made up as he goes along.
Thank you, Brain. I'm glad we were able to piece that portion together.
The accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubisunt on Muindi.
Container, container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, container, now belongs to Everard.
The tiny man is so engaged in his work he doesn't notice you. I feel like if I say hi, I'll scare him, but sure. Hi.
Everard, 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 he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister? I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
What is it with you people in scabs?
I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat.
He doesn't seem to be waiting for you to answer.
Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
Do you work here?
Yes, yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way. Leonard Bellick. But everyone calls me Leo.
The little man raises his hand in a welcoming gesture.
I'm like Mr. Everett's right-hand man
Howdy, howdy, Kingsley,
when Mr.
welcome.
Edgar is out of town. And Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Everett is away. Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady.
A good-hearted chuckle again.
Who is this, Miss Beaufort?
The lieutenant looks up at Leo.
A real pretty lady with a skin like those Douai Sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus sit down beside the radio.
I hated that he said suckle. I really didn't like that.
But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here, and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Hold on. Who's this Miss Beaufort you mentioned?
Oh, Lizzie. She is a real sharp tool. Mr. Everett put her through some fancy school and everything, east of the river. 4 years she was gone, and when she came back, she was all fancy and lawyerly.
He respects that word. That's obvious.
Okay.
But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood. Knows everybody and gets along with everyone. Real pillar of the community one day, I'm sure. If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out like her. But she can't have kids.
Something about the way he said that last line, but she can't have kids, made this man sound like he also voices Kuno.
Dr. Lemaitre said so, and she knows about such things. Been a doctor for almost 50 years, she has.
He sighs and falls silent, watching you meekly with his blue eyes.
So Everett trained a lawyer named Miss Beaufort. Interesting.
I think you're doing a great job around here, Leo.
Yes, this place really seems to run like clockwork. Keep it up, Leo.
The lieutenant smiles at the little man.
Well, thanks a lot. Coming from you, it means a lot, really.
You didn't think it was possible, but the smile becomes even wider.
Sometimes I feel some of the guys don't really get how much I bust my ass for them here. But you guys are alright.
What's in that container over there?
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up.
So someone could live in it! You're Ubi, right?
Oh, yes. Born and raised in Arish, mister. Mum had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new world. I was about 10 then. Too old to lose my accent then. People say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot. I just want you to know there was never any of that where I come from. No, sir. Those are just nasty rumors.
Thank you for clarifying that, sir.
Okay. What are you doing with the containers?
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
Let's try it even though the logic is so, even... Or, Sure. What's going on here?
Everything is so pretty
Wow.
and red. You and Leo look like brothers as you glance around with similar childlike wonder.
Sure. Wow. Red is so much prettier than drab old green.
Sure is, mister. Sure is. Really livens up the place. Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
I hate to break this bonding moment, but the red containers mean they are replacing the company livery with the union livery, which means this strike isn't gonna stop anytime soon.
Oh. Haha! I didn't catch that. Where is everyone? The harbor is empty.
Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in.
He leans in with a confidential look.
We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. Ha! We haven't worked for 2 months now.
So no one is working?
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Everard is in his office, where he always is. And Jean-Luc is guarding the gate.
He pauses to think.
But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Everard sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so.
He stops, but seems eager to tell you more. What kind of trouble did this Titus and his friends get into?
Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's union business.
He smiles and leans closer.
Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Everett telling them to take some time off.
But what did they actually do?
I guess the boys got a bit too rowdy and had to let out some steam. I don't really know the details. That's just how boys are, you know. I haven't been in a fight since I was in middle school.
Easy, Leo. Let's keep this on the hard ease.
He looks to you for assistance.
Look at him. It's not going to be anything useful anyway. Don't fight it. Better to go with the flow.
Let's not fight it. Okay, Leo. Let's hear about this fight you got into.
I remember I was the runt of the class. The bigger boys always used to pick on me. You see, I had a bit of a temper back in the day. Flew off the handle like nobody's business. But Mr. Everett and his brother always came to help. Once they beat old Noel Becker so bad he needed stitches on his head. Noel never started another fight with anyone after this. Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar are real nice guys, mister. You should go talk to Mr. Everett. I'm sure you'll be good friends. He's friends with everyone around here.
The little guy starts coughing. I'm looking for the leader of the dock workers union.
Oh, you want Mr. Everett then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Him and his brother are both nice fellows. They've lived their entire lives in this here neighborhood.
He coughs, then continues immediately.
Guys like Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good guys. Made Martinez what it is today. Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar and I went to the same school we did when we were boys.
I've arrived via Xbox. Won't have to convince to rebuy a game you've already ha 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 ha. No, this one works perfectly fine. Easy now, Leo. I just want to know where I can find this man.
Oh, Mr. Everett is where he always is. In his office, of course.
Okay. I'm off.
Bye-bye now.
What's this? Money! He be coughing? He did be coughing. The coffee in the giant thermoses is still lukewarm. A stair made of pallets leading up. Who is that big man on the top of the screen? No, I don't want to deal with him yet. There are still some other places I want to look around and see out here, because I thought that this would connect to that other spot, and it just did not. We'll see about that. Clearly me and the spider caused the game to not work. Yeah, you guys did. Kvalson means Wellfjord in Arden. Obviously. Who else could it have been that caused such issue? Oh my god, are these stairs broken? Am I just that dumb? Oh, well, I guess I do have to go interact with that large man. Oh, big man! Oh wait, what's this?
A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marsh and Arrête are faded with use. It seems to control the large crane above. A container is attached to its hook block. Marsh. On. Arrête. Off.
I will push neither of these buttons because that's a terrible decision. That's what I get for trying to obligate you here. Well, you should be here anyways because I'm cool. I'm just so fun. Like, I'm the epitome of, like, everything everyone wants to be, aren't I? I am the brother everyone wants and wishes they had. That's me. Swordfish? A taxidermy fish that tells time. Oh, it's apparently got a clock in it. Says the person who doesn't believe he's cool and funny.
A walrus of a man.
I'm not cool and funny. I'm just a really good older brother stand-in.
Not the least bit surprised to see.
Which you are? Incorrect. They called him a walrus of a man.
With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you.
Are you in charge of the dock workers?
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat.
He gestures to a tiny chair opposite to his giant desk. Not the voice I expected to come out of him.
I'm Everard Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez.
The man relaxes into his chair and continues.
I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
I do not. What's wrong with your health, dude?
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand, looks like a torture device.
Sorry to tell you that I am older than you, I think. So that auto fills me into the I would become an older brother. I can't slide into a younger brother's space as an older person. He says he's not funny, but he's always got people laughing. I don't know.
You go ahead, detective.
He really... Okay.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best.
Oh, so what? He's got to sit to bake?
Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Why are you calling me Mr. Dubois?
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals. Take a seat. I insist.
It's nothing. Yes, that's probably right. It's nothing. Forget about it. Filter it out.
Is Dubois my last name? You can't see me aggressively shaking my head at you? Oh, sorry. Fine, I'll take a seat.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
Damn, this chair is uncomfortable.
So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world. It's violating your backside.
I really lost health because this chair is just that bad?
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say.
Who's Lawrence Gart?
This should take care of that nonsense.
He points to a giant novelty check on his desk. It's absolutely comically huge.
It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
He points at it again.
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it.
Oh yeah, hold on. Let me be a detective real quick. Wait, you know Gart?
Yes, I know Lawrence. He's a real character. No union man in him. A real piece of work, that
That's
boy
what
is.
you get for the sit to bake joke. I will make my joke against the sit to bakers as long as I can stand and bake.
With a grin, he points to the check again. It's like you're on a game show. At least don't thank him for it.
Keep it. I'm good.
Okay. I respect a man with principles. No handouts, then.
He crosses his arms on his ample midsection and sinks further into his chair.
Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
How the hell did he know my gun was missing?
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun, lost gun. The world is swallowed by a
God
black hole.
damn it!
Only two words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun. When he said, "Don't worry," he actually meant, be very worried.
I'm not worried. I got this.
Are you all right, Harry? You say you got this, but you seem a little anxious to me. Don't be. Everything's going to be all right.
My name is Harry Dubois.
It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
I guess he also knows that It is Kuno and Kunoese who have my gun. Excuse me while I proceed to watch on my phone while I wait for ads to leave. You know what? I respect it.
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded.
Oh no! Oh, that's such a terrible check for composure. The best I can do is turn to Kim, or I can fail this check, which can't be retried. God, let's fail it.
God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry because you lost your gun and those children are gonna shoot themselves with it.
Oh my god! Ads aren't tolerated here. No, I'm not about to cry. Try to stay cool.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so good.
What is this, Mr. Dubois? He keeps repeating. What is he trying to pull here? You need to cool the fuck down. Chill.
Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Harry!
Keep sliding down the chair like a jello shot? Hell yeah.
Mr. Dubois, are you okay? Can I get you a glass of water or something? Are you having some kind of medical emergency?
Maybe you could use your hands somehow, in a kind of throw-in motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
I'm as good as it gets, Mr. Dubois. Vaguely gesture with your hands above your head. No, I'm gonna be honest here. Actually, this chair is uncomfortable. I could use that glass of water.
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm afraid we're wasting our time. And I'm an extremely busy man, as I'm sure you are too.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Thank you, Kim.
Quick, here's your window. Get yourself together and ask him questions. Police officer questions.
I want to talk about the hanging.
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez. I know everything that goes on around here, and I would love to discuss it with you.
Why does he talk like that? Why does he gotta talk like that?
I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike.
Oh, my back.
So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me. But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
That's what we're doing right now, Everard. That is what we're doing, Claire. I'm gonna call you Claire. You rotund man.
Yes, that sounds good. Let's do that.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines. Incredibly talented at opening doors.
You've heard wrong, Everard. We're not.
Oh, you're being too modest, my friend. But don't worry. This annoying thing I have is completely legal. I just need you to open a door.
An excellent opportunity presents itself, sire. You could win the trust of the arch-liar, pretend to play into his hand. Then, should you wish, bend his efforts towards your own.
Whose door is it?
Oh, no one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry about.
Why don't you just open it yourself?
Harry, I'm a very busy man, and more importantly, I don't have that extraordinary physique you do. You look like you could run around all day.
Nothing about Harry Dubois looks like he could run around all day.
You want to send someone a message that the police are working for you.
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi, and therefore I must occasionally enlist outside help. So what will it be, Harry?
What do you mean by a weasel?
A loud blabbering weasel. When weasels feel no one is watching, they start acting foolishly.
He removes his glasses and rubs his nose.
Just go there, unlock the door, and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. I just want this to be over so I can discuss business with you.
I can't accept this thing.
Of course, Harry, I understand. But if that's the case, I don't think we'll ever find your gun. Even worse, we won't be able to speak like equals about the murder. Perhaps this was just bad timing for you. Know that you can always come back to me. I really hope you do. For your sake, my sake, and for your gun's sake too.
Stop threatening me with my missing gun.
Yes, we both understand what you meant.
This may be the only way, he thinks. I won't hold it against you. In fact, we probably should reconsider later.
I met Joyce, the company representative.
Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see. I hope you're getting along. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Everyone is just pals here.
Just pals.
Yes, we're all trying to do what's best for Martin 8. Don't feel like you shouldn't work with her just because you and I are such good friends. I'm not a jealous guy.
What happened to the previous negotiator, Mr. Gaumont?
What do you mean, Harry? Nothing. I let him go.
He made concessions for the company in previous negotiations. Why would you let an ally like that go?
He's an old man, Harry. I wanted him to spend more time with his family. God knows how long he's got left.
You called him a midget.
Harry! I have little people in my organization. I would never call someone a midget. What is this? Honestly, I'm beginning to think you're a midget, Harry. I'm only kidding, Harry. You're not a midget. No one is. We're pals.
It's hard to say if he really lost his temper, or if this is another one of his tricks. This man almost never angers visibly.
Joyce said the previous union leader vanished under suspicious circumstances.
Vanished? Harry, the woman left her casserole in the oven and couldn't make it here in time for the voting. Oh, did I leave my casserole on? Better go home and check. The election can wait. When she got back, the whole thing was over.
Wait, there was no mention of a casserole from Joyce.
Funny. Joyce didn't mention any casserole.
Harry, Harry, Harry. Do not fixate on this little matter. Maybe it was a rabbit stew, or a hairdryer, or an iron. The point is, her heart wasn't in it. Mine was.
Uh-huh.
This particular brand of humor he has, it makes for a fine distraction.
Well, why haven't you let her in to see you?
If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator.
Ugh, he's gonna be a useless man. Okay, let's talk about something else.
Of course, Harry. Let me just assure you one more time. It's perfectly okay to share anything we discuss here with this Joyce. This is a completely transparent organization. I have no interest in what she is doing, but I myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your business, and I respect your privacy. Just remember, none of this is secret. Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gun. Tell her about everything. Everard doesn't mind.
It is rather interesting to tell people things about each other, isn't it? It was nice telling him about her right now. This is weird. Not nice weird, but okay.
You called me Mr. DuBois. Why?
Of course. Let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Everard, I call you Harry.
So that's really my name?
My God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you? What are the odds of that?
I think the odds of that are very low.
It might be a good idea to hide your confusion. I mean, see what his game is first.
Won't end well. My memory's fine. I'm just testing you.
So good to hear that, Harry. Apparently my sources were wrong. However, if you did have a spot of memory trouble, I could help you out. With my big fat folder.
With my big fat folder. My big fat peanut buster. Oh boy. I can't even get through that joke. I just love peanut busters. Wesker.
Words flow like a river of honey from his lips. I guess word has already reached him. No matter. No harm done.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
The lieutenant inspects Everard over his spectacles. Sorry, in the back of my head, I can only hear Wesker being asked to take them to Dairy Queen now. Wesker, I've got to have my peanut buster. Not Wesker and Friends. Chris, you fat fuck, you can't eat all of that.
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry are talking about his lost identity right now.
Don't just jump to the folder. That's not smart. Shows you're on the edge. Do some probing first.
Do you know anything about my family? Do I have a wife or kids or...
Family? Harry, you're not a family man. There's not one peep of family in here. Unless you think you're a family man. Do you strike yourself as a family man, Harry?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you. I just enjoy that. The Wesker voice is just such a goofy voice. I think I'd do. I'd be a wonderful father.
Well, yes. I'm sure you're going to make one little boy or a girl very happy and proud one day, Harry.
Let's get this straight. What is my full
It's
name?
Harry. Harry Dubois.
Okay. I like it. I can work with that.
And I can work with you, Harry. Now, what else can I do for you?
Do you know where I live?
But of course, Harry. Your precinct is the 41st and you live in Jamrock. You're a Jamrock boy. A long way from home, but that's okay.
He doesn't really seem to know any more about it.
What kind of cop does it say I am?
Well, Harry, if I were to sum you up in one word, it would be apologetic.
What? I'm not apologetic. I'm confident.
Well, you sure come off as very confident in all our interactions, Harry. You're a real man's man.
Where'd you get that folder?
Ah, this? My friends in your organization gave it to me, Harry.
This translates into, haha, you guys are so corrupt.
Oh, no.
I find that very suspicious. May I have a look?
I'm afraid this is meant for Union eyes only, Mr. Kitsuragi. I'm sure you understand. Please continue, Harry.
Oh, it's so high. It's so high. I have a +1 because Kim suspects something. Please.
As you look at
Yes.
the folder, Everard covers it with his hand and pets it. Is he trying to hide that it's not a real RCM folder? It certainly doesn't have the RCM stamp on it.
That's not an RCM folder.
Okay, Harry, you got me. This is from the Census Bureau, not the RCM. Those Census Bureau people are absolutely corrupt. You should do something about them.
He got the name from the Census Bureau, and everything else from your actions here in Martinez.
Yes, Mr. Kitsuragi from the Census Bureau. Like I said, now I'm actually a very busy man. So is there anything else I can do for you, Harry?
That means he doesn't really know anything about you. A pity. The mystery of you will have to remain a mystery for the time being.
So the Census Bureau says my name is Harry Dubois.
Yes, that's what I said. Try to keep up, okay? Let's move on.
Aren't you gonna ask me how I got it?
Honestly, I didn't want to bring it up, Harry. I heard you have become Measurehead's race pupil.
Yeah, I'm a big racist. It's basically like that in my head all the time.
Personally, I'm not big on the whole race thing, but that's okay. It's alright to be a massive racist, Harry.
He sinks deeper into his armchair.
Let me assure you, I'm very glad you're comfortable sharing this with me. I run a big and quirky organization. Everyone is welcome. Birds of all feathers. Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well-informed man. Information reaches me before I even get the chance to request it.
Everett, I'm going to leave now, but we might talk again later.
Wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate.
Thanks. I was wondering how I'm supposed to get out.
Here, you're one of us now. A real red and white Union man. Take care, Harry.
Alright, now I can go in and out of this place. Only took me an hour. Oh. I was like, why can't I escape the room? Ah, Wesker. Oh. Oh, it hurts. My peanut buster.
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larice said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. And lots of folk really did keep coming back.
That is such a sentence. I had some questions for you, if that's not too much trouble.
No trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. It's like that old saying goes, wisdom withers if not shared. And old Leo is always up for sharing.
Old Leo is always up for sharing, but I've got nothing to ask of him right now. Chris, I'm not buying all that shit.
On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers.
Can I open it?
It's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paperwork lying around like this.
Open the drawer.
The drawer opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection of brown folders.
Browse them.
Hundreds of documents containing logistical data. Two kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside world, from Muindi, Grad, and even Ilmara. And the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol. Kuron, Coal City, La Delta, and Jamrock are listed among the many districts where the imports are being sold.
Anything interesting?
It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry. The drawer slides shut smoothly.
Yay! More healing items! Postcard! Woo! I forgot I took this man's photo. Black and white photo of a couple posing in front of a Ferris wheel. The girl is young and pretty, the man clad in fancy uniform and smiling. On the back, a very steady hand has written the words, Revachol Fair, Summer of 91. Postcard Le Jardin 21. This laminated postcard offers a glimpse across the river. A little more than a decade after the war, the eastern bank is already fully renovated. The hillsides are lush with gardens and residences. Someone's parked a small beige airship by the fountain. This postcard will sell for a pretty penny. He looked uncharacteristically happy about it. Oof! 2? God damn! That has no right to be funny.
So, how'd you like our harbor?
You've been in there, he means. Talked to the boss man too, probably.
Was nice enough.
It's but a rest area on the path leading across open plains.
He nods solemnly, then turns to you, a wide smile adorning his face.
Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk.
How deep was this pothole? What kind of pothole? Wow. Any idea who killed the hanged man?
The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing?
The merc was hanged with a very specific type of cargo belt, one often used in heavy transport areas. For example, harbors.
What a thought! Why would noble workers resort to such a thing? Unless they were pushed, of course.
Pushed out.
Your dead guy was an enemy combatant.
Hold up. What does that mean?
He was an agent of the opposition, attempting to undermine our honorable efforts.
Did you kill him?
I ain't the murdering type, but that's just me. Large organizations like our union have all sorts of men, with all sorts of skills.
He's not lying about not doing it himself. He means a more violent faction could easily take care of such a thing.
The magician is always going to freak out about this type of stuff. That's just sort of his nature.
Understood. This has been of limited use. Still, thank you.
No problem. I wish the best to you in your search. Sure, I'm glad it's not my search.
I guess I'll talk to the lady at the harbor before that one guy shows. Oh, I have so many cans. Please. Is this store still open? Buy my cans and bottles.
The tear machine stands in the corner. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money
Nice.
appears with a satisfying jingle.
I'm sorry.
You're a richer man now.
I had 32 bottles? That feels insane. Look at me, $33.62. Oh, do I have enough to pay Gert? Who is very upset with me. There's suddenly way more people here.
Can I help you?
Oh. I don't remember how much money I owe him. Oh, wow. Oh, I mean, I'm unsure how much I owe him, and I just have to ask him, apparently.
Yes. Have you got it? A lot. A lot. For the room, drinks, and broken window, 130 real. Like what? I was rarely enjoying talking about the money you owe me.
Ah. A lot of new faces here. Can I interact with any of them? That's the question. I can interact with that one. Okay. It's all about money, you know.
Hello again, sweetie.
Not gonna ask that old woman for money. She just seems so sweet. I was about to say, I was like, is that child still outside?
The lights are so pretty when it gets dark. My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside, minding the register, or organising the stock.
The girl gazes at the window, then suddenly jolts, her eyes wide as if recalling something.
Feel free to step in and browse our wares.
Okay, I guess I will. Okay, bye. See you around, Annette. That child needs to go to bed. For she is a child.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
By the way, I've talked to Everett Clare.
You have? And how did you like Mr. Clare?
I didn't.
Oh, come on now. He has his uses. How else would he have stayed in power all these years? Or wait, actually, corruption. That's how he's done it. Fantastic, Verm-like corruption.
She looks
reaching into the bowels of the earth.
She looks at the ground and nods.
The position of my unusual colleague does not reflect official policy. I hope you understand. The RCM does not pick sides.
Of course. And I don't expect you to share anything he told you with me. I'm not a corrupt Verm myself. However, if you felt like discussing something, how could I stop you? Are we not human? Are we not curious to hear another person's take? It's only natural. We would only be gossiping.
Intellectually speaking, it would be quite interesting to hear what she has to say about these things. Tell her she'll like you for it.
Oh. I only have the one option. I'd rather talk about something else for now, if you don't mind.
Of course, Detective. Should something come up later down the road, don't be afraid to drop by for a chat. Until then, is there anything I can help you with?
Thank you. That's all for now. I thought I'd be able to, like, talk to her, but no, it was kind of just that.
Trying to sneak up on...
Right. I forgot that if I approach her from behind, she just talks about me attempting to snuff her out. Trying to sneak up on me, pig. Trying to snuff me out. And this is why we don't give children drugs.
Fuck does Kuno care? Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno? The fuck do you... Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a the fuck about it. You're testing
Get lost!
Kuno doesn't...
The speed at which I went through that conversation.
I'll die before I squeal, pig. Murder was the case? I'll die before I come from the woods, good Davidu. You don't want...
Don't be trauma...
I'll die before I squeal, pig. You don't want to...
You can still see the top.
I was kind of hoping I could maybe get my gun from them.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants. And there are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots.
Maybe it's in his little shack, huh? You know, maybe he's got my gun in his little shack. He does not have my gun in his little shack. How do I... Hold on. I want to know how I garner myself access to the top of this building here. It's not from the outside. I'll tell you that much.
The door is closed. Still no answer.
Nothing on the front page rings a bell. Strange. I just want to get to the roof in some fashion. There is a way to get to the roof, and it's gotta be through one of these apartments.
The dented yellow mailbox grew.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you, as if taunting you.
It's gonna upset her, but I'm gonna go back there.
You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little Seminese wards, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
I warned you, you're unleashing forces beyond your understanding.
Ghostly silhouettes of hair dryers. A vaguely androgynous portrait of a man. Merely looking at that unmanly haircut threatens your masculinity.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of Seminese trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
Okay. I need something to increase pain threshold.
Only an echo. No one is there.
Hold on, door. Hold on, door. Do I have anything that helps with, Okay, that helps with physical instrument. So I'll pop that on real quick. Anything that helps with physical instrument right now, I will put on. That is the only thing that helps.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds,
Oh, nope, I'm
of
failing it.
Simonese trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked. Ow. Shoot. Whose moronic idea was it to just run through the door? Don't you know that things like that hurt?
I deserve this. My body deserves to suffer for being this weak and disappointing.
Are you alright? This looked pretty intense and painful, I must admit.
What is going on there? Are you really trying to break down the back door? I warn you, don't tempt the spirits, officer. Don't tempt the spirits, or you'll damage the holy wards on the door.
It barely looks like you've done any damage to the door, however. It's still locked and closed, covered in dozens of little charms and trinkets.
Oh, I can just access this while I'm in my... Oh, no, never mind. Never mind. I was like, oh, I can just change my outfit in here. No. I also like the idea that Kim Kizurabi is just watching me change shirts in front of him. Just strip down, put on. Can I have the key, lady?
You've hurt yourself now. I told you not to mess around back there. What are you even trying to accomplish, you fool?
Thought it was obvious. I tried to smash through the door by using pure physical
You're
force.
only making things worse. Stop it. Be compelled to look at the books. Go to them.
Farewell for now, book peddler. Maybe, you could just give me
A
the key.
heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of...
I need skills into the pain threshold to try that again. Good to know.
The lights are so pretty when it gets dark.
Sorry, I thought she might have a little information about the door her mother doesn't want me to go into, but she does not. Which makes sense, because she's a child. Wesker.
You see a heavy steel door. The door does not but the door, the cobalt blue, old cobalt paint. It leads to a side build.
Oh, do we have a crowbar? Isn't that a tool in his thing?
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and a metallic drawer slides out from the pry bar. Feels nice and cold, useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids. The pull-out toolbox slides back.
I thought so. I was like, I swear we had a pry bar. I'm gonna use this on both doors. I'm kidding. Maybe.
You see a heavy steel door. The door does not budge.
Use the pry door! I think it glitched on my end for a sec because he started to say the door and it was just him saying that for 10 whole seconds. No, that was me. I just kept clicking it in the hopes that maybe something new would come up. That is not what occurred. No glitch. Just me. Oh, I probably could have used this pry bar on the door if I hadn't already tried the check. I'm a little stupid at times. Are they still out there playing Boule? Huh?
I like playing in the dark. Sharpens your nocturnal instincts. Feels like being on recon again.
Renee, I found your guard booth.
Yes. The Debardeurs Union pays me to stand vigil during the nights. Not out of any political allegiance, mind you. I'm an old man. Don't sleep more than a few hours every night anyway, and money is tight.
You must have seen something on the night of the murder. Your booth looks right into the yard.
Yes, it does. Unfortunately, I wasn't working that night. Been on a 2-week leave since last Monday.
Hold on, why are you on a leave?
It's a private matter. Nothing to do with your investigation.
You see, officer, René is the kind of man would rather die than admit he needs medical assistance or, God forbid, sick it. A real man's man is just gonna ride it out.
Uh-huh.
I'm fine, goddammit. Mind your own business. It's nothing. Just got to cut back on coffee.
So who was working your shift that night?
No one. The boss has been on man since last Monday. There's no other guard. It's just me.
No one has been guarding the container yard since last Monday.
Yes. It's not actually an issue. I mean...
Look, officer. The container yard doesn't actually need a guardsman. Never had one before René. Monsieur Claire had that booth built specially for him. It's mostly decorative.
Mostly decorative.
The possibility of someone being in there is enough to discourage any ill-minded individuals.
He tries to argue.
Evrard created this job for René because he knows the Royal Carabiniers' pension of honor and PTSD isn't something a man can live off. A decorated Kingsman collecting tear reflects bad on the whole neighborhood. His words.
Huh. Renee is but one man. We need a program. Get all the elderly back in the job market. Keep folks motivated.
Look, officer, can we conclude the topic of my guard booth now?
I saw a picture in there. You were in it. Who's the girl?
She is nobody. This is none of your concern, and I refuse to discuss my private affairs with the RCM.
The lady is Jeanne-Marie Beaulieu, and she sure as hell wasn't a nobody.
Got it. Thanks.
Yes. Like I said, I would be up anyway, so might as well keep an eye out. It keeps my senses sharp.
Thank you for your time. What was the thingy I got? I have no idea who I could talk to about the tattoo. Or how to do that? Can I put it in, like, my hand? Did I put down the tear back? Wrong button. My eye's being goofy.
Hello again, officer. How are things?
I'm sorry, she only gives directions, I forgot.
Hello again, my man. What's on your mind? He ain't one of us drivers.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his...
Analyzing the fundamental structure.
Ask for his conclusion.
A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees.
Rusting control. Marsh. On. Arrête. With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air.
Wow, we just... Oh. Oh. That's not good.
And, with a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down.
Yeah, on an edge.
The harbor sleeps as the strike rages in the distance. The crane can rest again, now that its purpose has been fulfilled.
Its purpose? What do you mean?
Moving this container, of course. For this purpose it was built. For this purpose it has acted. And now it will rest.
I can't see how that was worth the ruckus, except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
Press art.
The crane does not return to its original position. It does not move at all.
Maybe that'll hold that in place?
Before you stands a cargo container, just one of many in the yard.
Lieutenant, I think there's something special about this container.
You do? Because I don't.
What? Why not?
There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one?
It was hanging from the crane.
You just picked one out because you wanted to interact with a cargo container. We are not here to interact with containers. We are here to talk to the Union, right?
No reply. You attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. The doors seem to be mechanically locked. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement.
Nothing more to do here for now.
We were promised work. We'd be in there.
The physically impressive man tower has turned his attention back.
Man tower. They really called him a man tower.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
I found this mug in the trash. Yours?
Oh man, that's great. Look at that guy go. Haven't seen anything that funny in a while.
Is it yours?
God damn. Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine.
He doesn't live in Martinez.
Really just showed that man a racist mug and then went about my day, huh? Martinez. He doesn't live in Martinez, not mayonnaise. Although he also does not live in mayonnaise.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Is that bed in the coal room yours?
Ooh. Not only have you found my address, you've discovered my biggest secret. I'm a coal miner.
Really? You're a miner?
Yes. I keep hoping a shaft will collapse on me, but somehow it never happens.
Don't you have a real home?
Does anyone in a city like this?
She replies wistfully, looking around. Sounds like mayonnaise. Stop. It's not the nicest place, but I guess it'll have to do.
It doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does. Like me. Right now, I'm doing nothing at all.
The inspiration will come to her once hell is set loose on the streets. It's too calm right now.
Cool. I have other questions.
Shoot, Piggy. It's what you do, isn't it?
It's not what I do because I lost my gun. Duh. How do you expect me to shoot first, ask question laters if I have no gunsy onesie? I have no idea what that is, but okay. Is mayonnaise an instrument? No, Patrick. Mayonnaise is not an instrument. Tartar sauce. A maroon glow of light pollution rises from the east? What does that even mean? That was a dumb question. I know exactly what that means. Sorry, I started to mess with something on my face. Disgusting. No one should like mayonnaise. That's just a fact. Everyone should just tolerate mayonnaise, I suppose, but no one should like it. I swear, if I encounter one more locked door that I can do nothing about except hear the sound of me not picking locks, I might lose my mind. Everyone should like mayonnaise? Incorrect. Completely wrong. Everyone should not like mayonnaise. Me playing Resident Evil Remake? What? What does mayonnaise have to do with that? Or did you just not separate those into two separate thoughts correctly? Chris, no one likes mayonnaise. My body is very tired. Raising the roof, cracking my elbow. The guy I need to talk to is not gonna... I'm supposed to go check that room when the internal game clock hits 2100. AKA 9 p.m. I've been waiting for those final 6 minutes to pass for what feels like so long.
The front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the late King Friesel. From the sides of his head, a pair of white antlers spread to the corners of the cover.
Oh, Wesker, I need my peanut buster. Chris, you don't need your fucking peanut buster. Just enjoy the one you've got. Why Frizzle?
Because Friesel was incompetent, foolish, and cruel. In short, the embodiment of everything the communards wished to overthrow. It's satire, you see.
Wesker, I've got to keep my calorie count high. It's the only way to keep up with my amazing physique. This body can't go to waste, Wesker. I've got to keep a really high... a really high calorie count. Flip through the pages.
To your disappointment, there aren't any full-color pictures to direct your attention. Just column after column of closely set text, interrupted occasionally by little doodles in black and white. After rifling the pages with your thumb several times, you return to the table of contents. The magazine is divided into several sections: international developments, Kunst und Kultur, and local concerns. Just inside the cover, there's also an editor's note.
An editor's note.
Comrade, as you know, this journal takes its name from Mazov's immortal expression, Du cristal à la fumée. This was his way of describing the way the rigid, crystalline structures of capitalist ideology turn to smoke under communism. But, like the structures of capitalist ideology, we too are at risk of going à la fumée. Unlike many publications which are content to spoon-feed their readers reassuring drivel, La Fumée is committed to telling the radical truth, even when that truth may drive away potential subscribers. Only 4 issues in, and it sounds like they've already alienated their readership.
Wesker, you must keep the... No, he would never ask Wesker that. Not at all. Leon, you've got to... Leon, I need you to fuck my sister, Leon. I need you to continue the Redfield bloodline. Chris, I'm not gonna do that. Leon, you don't understand. Leon, she's got 4 cats already, Leon. Leon, my sister's ovaries are drying up. She's named one of the cats Albert Whiskers. Leon, I need you to fuck my sister.
So please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary politics, culture, and international affairs, please consider subscribing today. Yours in struggle, the editors.
Kim, I think this is a communist magazine.
What do you expect? It was laying around the office of the Debarders Union. They're probably bankrolling the thing.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Sure. International developments.
This section includes a long, tedious critique of the latest round of free trade negotiations between the EPIS nations and the Free State of Seminine. You also skip over an article about heavy fuel.
Oh, you
oil
met
smuggling
Leon?
along the Messina border. Something about bear wrestling in Samara. Book riots in Yugograd. Face it, you really aren't interested in foreign affairs. You're not even sure where most of these countries are. You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Leon, I need you to... No, Chris. What? Chris, every day you ask me to go and fuck your sister. I'm not gonna do that. Just leave me alone. I'm gonna get married to Ada. No, Leon! You've got... Oh god, that meme is so old, and it's just living on because of the Wesker and Friends. God, I love it so.
An intricate web of blue. It almost looks like the electronic patterns gone.
Ha! Who are you? Gone. Cool. 2100. I can go talk to that man. I'm stuck in a corner. Oh boy, I can't wait to have my peanut buster.
This door is made of metal, and no one answers.
We should return tomorrow. Tomorrow at 9 p.m.
Tomorrow at 9 p.m.? I thought he meant today. Oh. Yeah. I'm gonna cut this one a little short today. I know I started a little late, and then I'm cutting it short, which is really sad, but my brain is just not... My brain is just sort of all over, and I will admit, though, the funniest thing is totally me thinking about Wesker and Friends. I feel like more people... I'm sure that a lot of people are watching it, but more people should watch Wesker and Friends. It's honestly really funny. So thank you guys so much for joining me for this stream. If you liked it, check out everything else that's in the Linktree link, which if you follow, it'll take you to the 2 YouTube channels, The Soloist, which contains its own set of games, as well as all the old streams go up on there a week after they come out, as well as What a Channel, which contains What a Thought and What a Book. What a Thought is a podcast where I talk about whatever I want to talk about, whatever things might have come up in the world, things that affect me, things that affect other people. If you watch today's, you'll get to hear that I have guest star, graphic designer, friend of the channel, longtime collaborator, Kingsley Sterling, who's currently sitting in the chat right now. They came on and we definitely talked about that Titan submersible. Yes, we did. You can also check out all my social media. That's also all in that link. I will be back on Wednesday for no longer the PS3 version and now the PC version of Beyond Two Souls. And after Wednesday, I will probably have to possibly make changes to how streams that are not on Monday go, because I'm going into a much more set and steady schedule, meaning that whatever I change them to will probably be their final resting place for a while. But yeah, so thank you guys so much. I've been The Soloist. Check out all that nonsense, and I will see all of you on Wednesday.